The midterms. We are now 1 week away from Election Day. Brand new Fox polls showing Republicans widening the gap. But according to one liberal news anchor, the polls showing a red wave are just one big GOP conspiracy theory. So now Democrats are the ones screaming about fake news. According to our new Fox Power ranking, Republicans will likely win 236 seats in the House. That's a few more than just last week. Democrats now projected to win, less than 200. That's gotta hurt. Control of the Senate remains unchanged. Lots of toss-ups. Fox News still predicting the elephants could take control of 49 seats. The donkeys, 47 full races, still toss-ups. Even Nate Silver's nonpartisan 538.com shows the Senate a 50-50 dead heat, just as it is now. And all he uses, math and statistics. Racist. MSNBC's Joy Reid still sees something nefarious afoot. She claims none of the polls showing Republican gains are real. They're all phony baloney. Yum, yum, yum. Take them to a deli. The GOP, according to Joy, and their pollsters are in cahoots to influence the election. Watch.
If you get past those headlines and dig a little deeper, you uncover an insidious and seemingly intentional campaign by Republican-backed polling firms to flood the zone and tip the balance of polling averages in favor of their candidates, to create a narrative that Republicans are surging and that a red wave is imminent and inevitable.
Joy, when you are giving Grover mouth love, remember to wipe that smile off your face when you are spreading lies. If you go to the store and you can't find any tinfoil, it's because Joy bought it all for her hat. Her claims are obviously pretty ridiculous. Pollsters are, by and large, known for their impartiality. It's literally their business to try to get at the truth and give an accurate picture. Accusations to the contrary can destroy a pollster's reputation and career. So are people like Joy Reid just planning to deny the results if Democrats don't win? That's the big steal. It's coming up in 2022. That's right. Let's get into it with tonight's party panel. We've got New York Post columnist and the Spectator contributor. We love to have her, and she is back, Karol Markowicz. And we've got the host of the Aggressive Progressive podcast, former aide to Senator Hot Mike Chuck Schumer. It is Christopher Hahn, who runs on and on and on. He is a runner for real. And director of the Libertarian Institute, editorial director of antiwar.com. He loves saying anti-war things, and we love having him on the air. Scott Horton, also back. Welcome, everyone. So let's discuss this a little bit, Karol. The Republicans just keep gaining the advantage, at least in the Fox News power rankings. And I know the people, they sit on my floor. These are honest people who do the Lord's work and really try and get at the truth. They are nonpartisan. They are truly impartial, and they work very hard. Are they lying, and are they part of a grander conspiracy?
And look, nobody's going to have a better night than Joy Reid if they're wrong, right? So why would they lie to her? It makes no sense at all. And look, the Democrats deserve to lose everything. Forget red wave. I'm rooting for a red tsunami. I want people in deep blue states to wake up on Wednesday and feel like they've moved to Alabama. Their atrocious behavior throughout the pandemic is enough reason for me to have Democrats lose on every level in every state. The way they closed schools and pretended it would be fine. The way we weren't allowed to question any of the nonsense policies that made no sense, the way they still allow Randy Weingarten to campaign with them, all of it. They deserve to lose. I hope they do. And it has nothing to do with what the pollsters are saying it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about metrics and optics. It's about facts, Chris. And the facts for this election cycle are about the economy and inflation and crime. So, stop trying to talk people out of that by saying they're just being lied to. People are smart enough. We have been through enough over the last 3 years that, we can assess BS pretty quickly. So why is Joy Reid selling this raft of garbage?
I'm not sure how Karol really feels about Democrats and their policies after that last bit.
I'll tell you more.
She walked the walk. She moved to Florida. She left.
Here's the thing about polls. I don't think the polls are wrong. I'm not seeing a red wave. I'm seeing a red ripple. I do think they're going to win the House. I've been saying that for about a year now. but I am very dubious on their chances in the Senate for a variety of reasons. And I think the polling points to that the American public and the people in these swing states are very skeptical of the GOP candidates that they have to choose for, particularly in Georgia, in Pennsylvania, and other parts of the country. I don't expect the Republicans to wake up on the day after the election and be extremely happy with what the results they had. This should have been a great year for them. It turned out to be not as great a year. Look, they're still going to have wins. They're still going to make gains, but not what they should have in this environment.
Yeah, that's what Penn State said to Ohio State last weekend. They're like, yeah, we still scored a bunch of touchdowns. You guys kind of sucked the whole game. Doesn't matter. It's the W.
Is it a wave
that's what counts.
if it's a wave if they lose the Senate? Is it a wave if they don't take the Senate? I don't think so. I think it's a disappointment because of the radicalization of the right.
All right. Yes, it's only the right who's radical. Joy Reid espousing a pretty radical position from the left. So I think radicalism at this point knows no bounds. So, Scott, what happens if...
Well, I didn't see her storming the Capitol.
Chris, when I say someone else's name, that means I'm going to talk to them.
Yes.
You've been on cable news for years. You know how this works. You're now eating into Scott's time. He's been a very nice young man tonight, so I'm going to talk to him.
Sorry, Scott. I
Okay,
apologize.
very good. That's now
No
we're done
problem.
talking.
It's
Okay,
all
very good. No, Scott is he's a Texan, so he's good. Okay, Scott. So what does it mean for the country if we have a Democrat president, a Republican House, and a Democrat Senate?
Well, I hope it means a lot of good House hearings, some kind of investigation, some bit of check and balance. But, I agree with Carol. This should be absolutely a wave, and not because of anything good about the Republicans, just that the Democrats absolutely deserve to be punished. And Biden has got to be the worst president since George W. Bush, maybe since Harry Truman. The danger that he has put the United States in Asia and in Europe right now, threatening a war with Iran for that matter, he is just absolutely reckless. And on top of that, of course, the inflation, all the woke craziness. And then, as Carol was saying, the Democrats must be held accountable for all of the tyranny of the lockdowns. They think they're going to get away with it, and they absolutely should be crushed. But then I got to concede to Chris here that he makes a point that the Republicans are nobody to believe in. They're all a bunch of Mitch McConnells. They're essentially George W. Bush's party still. And there needs to be a real fight between the America Firsters and the Country Club Republicans for the control of that party. Because as long as it's just Mitch McConnell, it might as well be John McCain.
I wish Dan Quayle was the head of the party and he could come to my party anytime.